I remember humble self-evangelist Benjamin Johnson, known as the Biafran evangelist. We are not two, we're only one. And I continue to air the point of truth. Assigning another judge, to speak now, to handle the case of Mazen Namdekano. I've told you people before that Nigeria is at the sketch of fear because they have tried every corner in order to name Mazen Namdekano. And it was difficult for them. Now they are assigning this person. Maybe the person they are assigning now is the person that will come and give the kind of judgment that Nigeria wanted. So, because why I'm saying this is that if you see the judge is saying Mazen Namdekano is a terrorist and he should be treated like one and judged like one, boom, don't be surprised because this is an agreement, it's something that Nigeria have discussed with him that is how they want him or her to judge the matter and to end the case. And let me tell you, secondly, why they are signing another judge on this matter is because of the involvement of the United States of America's involvement on the matter, him coming out openly like this, saying after ending the case of Ukraine war with Russia. I watched one of the interview where Donald Trump with Zelensky and other in some kind of sitting panel like this. So they were just discussing. It was like telling the man that, why did you want to instigate Third World War? Donald Trump said to him, that you should have, give a kind of respect to your master. That kind of a thing. So based on the way, the language that Donald Trump throws to him, I know that he really wants to make peace. And he said after that, the next thing is issues of Biafra. And you know what this means? And Donald Trump have already, thrown a word to the British, that even motivated the British government to say that in the next 3 months, and I stand to be corrected by date or the month by today, in the next 3 months, probably July, thereabout, that they are going to sit and look into the matter concerning Mazen Namdekano. Is it now they want to? Are they not hearing? Are they not aware? So that is to tell you that they are the one that have been playing the game with Nigeria. Do you understand? So the man that they don't want to be in power have assumed office in America. So he has become a kind of a bone on their neck. So everybody is trying to adjust himself or herself in their loophole. You understand?
Okay, how would you describe Binta Nyako saying that Nnamdi Kanu is a higher reality? What does he mean by that?
Yeah,
He surprises everybody by saying that.
No, I'm not surprised.
Stubborn and intelligent and a man of higher reality.
Excuse me. The woman saw what she experienced, what she encountered, both spiritual, both physical. No person have ever encountered such person in the court, and I believe that she have never experienced or encountered such person like Mazen Namdekano ever since in her life. This is the first time, both spiritual, both physical, mentally, even in the law. So that's why she sounded the way she sounded. She come out to air the truth. You understand? And that is what it is. So the one that is coming now should fully prepared to face it. You understand? Because truth must conquer Nigeria. And that is what Mazen Namdekano stands for. I don't care to know what anybody can come up with or to say because of this interview. I don't bloody care. I don't give ear and I don't give damn to this. But I am telling you nothing but the truth. This person that is coming, they are signed now, will definitely, except is not ready to face the truth. But if he's ready to face the truth, he will not do more than what Binta Nyako has done. You understand? He or she cannot do more than what Binta has done. So definitely the same thing. It might even go harder on him or her than the one that Binta has faced, because it's going in another realm now. Even as I speak to you, Mazen Namdekano is going on in another realm. And it's coming in the physical another angle to face what is about to face him. So he's not empty and he's not a daft person. Everybody that believes that Igbo people because we believe in business. You know, no matter the education, we still come back and run business in addition to our this thing. So they believe that Igbos are not educated. Igbos don't go to school. But I don't know that when you talk of education
Now,
when you talk of
no,
education,
I'll tell
nobody
you.
to challenge Igbo people.
Now,
I said to them in 2023 election, go and check among all the competitors in presidential election in Nigeria. No one has certificate. None of them go school more than P2B.
that is true.
None of them
Or have a running, surviving business.
none of them, including Jagaba. None. I'm not saying Obi is a saint, but I'm talking of in the angle of education, being educated, being enlightened. None of them. Do you understand? So, and with this, I've been able to air my view that the person coming, the judge coming, should fully prepare. Don't see it as an Igbo man. The man there is bigger than Nigeria. The type of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not in Africa. Currently now, is not in Africa. Where you can see people, the grade of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a place such like ICC. These are the class of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The people to handle matters in ICC, that is the class of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. People that have this thing. You understand? And I believe that these are the set of people that are in ICC, not to local like all this one that we are seeing. Imagine in a court that there's somebody, you are signing a case to somebody and you are signing it against the law. Just does this show that you know what you are doing, even as the chief judge?
Yeah, but Peter Eko has acknowledged that Nnamdi Kanu actually defeated her based on.
No, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did not defeat her. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu defeated Nigeria because she represented Nigeria. So when you say defeated or defeating or defeated Binta, you are like personalizing it that the case is a case of Binta. It wasn't a case of Binta. It was Nigerian case between Nigeria and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, which Binta happened to be the one to represent, they're sent to represent. You understand? So Mazen Nnamdi Kanu defeated Nigeria.
Okay, that's a good one. Now, they are saying that another report that came out, research that came out a few days ago stated that the Igbos are the fourth richest tribe in the world, sixth most traveled. Fourth richest tribe, sixth most traveled. I don't know how they got to.
I think I've touched this thing previously.
Yes, I think, yeah.
I've touched this
Yes,
previously.
okay, on that note, let us look at 250 billion that has been assigned for Southeast Development Commission currently under, of course, IPOB is already warning Odzo Carlo that 250 billion is not for Biafra negotiation or to stop Biafra agitation. The money has been sent to Odzo Carlo and is already trying to see if this money is going to disappear from his pocket.
Do you know one thing? It is quite unfortunate that Nigerians, including the Biafrans, some of the Biafrans, still believe that Biafran issue is all about money. The thing has gone beyond money. It is not monetary affair. We are talking about freedom here. We are talking about self-determination. We are talking about self-ruling, self-control. We are talking about self. Now, not money. There are things money can do and there are things money cannot do. And there is a limitation to money. But there is no limitation to freedom. You understand? No limitation to freedom. But there is a limitation to money. When you have your freedom, you have money. But you can have money without having freedom. You understand? When you talk of the rich men, if you talk of rich now, when you talk of generally, let us finalize it. Igbos are more richer than every other tribe in Nigeria. You know, take it from the up to the normal floor. Igbos are richer because none of the Igbo man, even the one that is speaking Pangolo, is not begging and is paying house rent. and he's paying other bills. You understand? So Igbos are more richer. But let me tell you, do they have freedom?
Hmm.
Including those in government, do they have freedom? No, they don't have. You see? So you have money, yet you don't have freedom. And let me liken this to what happened in the Bible. Genesis chapter 39. When Joseph had every opportunity to become richest in the house of Potiphar by encroaching the wife of Potiphar. You know, Potiphar have already given Joseph everything to control. He's the manager. You understand? He was the manager managing the business of the man, except the wife. And the wife wanted him to manage her too, to include herself in Joseph manage. But Joseph look at it. If I should manage everything, at the end of the day, I remain a slave. And because of this, he refused to manage the woman, which landed her in the prison. And at the end of the day, God brought him out and made him whom he was. So you being Nigeria, an Igbo man, maybe you are gaining, you are making your money, you are feeding from Nigeria, you are a rich man, you are a slave rich man. You are a slave what? Rich man. So a man that have freedom is richer than you.
Hmm.
A man that has what? Freedom is more richer than you. So you are a slave. A slave remains a slave. A servant remains a servant, no matter what you have. So there is, you cannot use money to buy freedom. Biafra has stand, and we stand for justice, and we stand for our freedom. So keep your money into your pocket. You cannot use trade by barter with the Biafra. It's not bargainable.
Is Tinubu trying to buy the Eastern mandate with 250 billion?
How much is 250 billion naira?
I
It's
don't know.
something that one small boy at Ladepo will drop.
Oh.
That's why I say the Igbos are richer in Nigeria, the richer tribe in Nigeria. You understand me? So you cannot use that kind of amount of money. You say, well, believing that when you give it to the East, then the Igbos will succumb. How much is it? Maybe today we dey see money, we swim and wake up in money, but that is not the issue. I could remember back in the years, only Ojukwu family feed Nigeria. Only one family feed a whole nation. Imagine, remain the first in Africa. Imagine a whole country like Nigeria. Queen Elizabeth came to Nigeria. Who did they ask of? Which motor? Who bought the car that Queen Elizabeth sat in? Who has what it takes to match the British Prime Minister? It's an Igbo man. One man, not two, but one. So what are we saying? So it's not today. We are blessed.
Yeah.
Igbos are blessed. So it's not something that Nigeria, Tinubu can bring 250 billion. What is 250 billion or 3 billion? Giving us a whole nation like Biafra. It's an insult. It's an insult. They cannot bribe us.
Okay, let us finally look at the issue of terrorist tag. But now, some people have no account in Nigeria. I don't know where federal government got that impression that have siphoned his account and all the rest of them. And the federal government has come to say, Simon does not even have any single account in Nigeria. Why is Bola Ahmed Tinubu behaving as if the reality on ground with the killing in Benue State? Still, they don't look at that direction.
Excuse me. Let me tell you this. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if I call him partner in crime, I'm not making mistake. Do you hear what I said? If I call him a partner in crime, I'm not making mistake. Under your watch, the people you are supposed to protect their lives and their property are being killed, and you are quiet. You've not taken decision, you've not done anything to make sure that these people are brought to proof, and not that you don't know some of them. In fact, some of them, you include them in your cabinet. Understand? So I'm not surprised. And moreover, the Simon Ekman we are talking about is from where? It's an Igbo man. The hatred that they have against Igbo man is still playing inside Mr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
That's true.
The thing is still playing. Forget what they will come out because we have some stupid politician leaders that come from the east. Those ones that they have enslaved, thinking that they can use them to enslave us. They cannot enslave us. After all, those politicians are not paying my bills. They are not feeding me. Look at me. As you can see, as I traveled, just for my mother, God make a name for himself. Did I look like a hungry man? No. Did I know Tinubu? Has he ever given me water? No, he has never. And he cannot. So the hatred. That's why it's paining me that for the death of that man, Pa James, that passed off. You understand? Because if someone like that happened to become Nigerian president, I don't think Nigeria will be in saga like this.
Bahari Adebanjo.
Yes, Pa Ayo. That man, that kind of person, person should become the president of Nigeria. Sir, I bet you, the Yorubas that they are being killed every day will not be dying. The Igbos that are being killed every day will not be dying. Look at the so-called nonsense governor Pitamba. Under his watch, Fulanis travel all the way from north down to east to go and take life of a citizen of Enugu State. And Ba is sitting down there congratulating Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his colleagues, Fulani colleagues, partners in crime. Onye Furefu, Ebonyi State Governor, he said that the people that committed that first crime were what? IPOB. But the camera was set and they were caught that it is truly the Fulanis are the one behind what happened. You understand? See, I give God the glory that God, one way or the other, God exposed them. Like I said, he said one time that nobody will tell him what to do. And I agree with him. Because today na his own turn. Tomorrow will be another person turn. And when that time comes, I pray he will be alive because he will explain. Thank you.